Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to do a video. It's kind of like my weird habits, that's things I like to do and things I don't like to do. I guess you could say habits wise. Some of them are really strange. I didn't know if I was going to do this video because people are going to be like, but you know, why not? So I have a few, not like anything in order or anything, but let's get started. So my first habit, it's one of my biggest habits. I've been doing this since I was a little kid. And it's kind of gross. I have an obsession of picking pimples. I pick my pimples all the time, and it's like, it's not even a pimple thing, it's a picking thing. So when I'm nervous, bored, sad, I will like pick my face. Anything. It could be like a little mark, it could be like a dot. I pick it till it's gone. If I feel a lump or bump, it has to go. Not even myself. I have an obsession of picking other people's pimples. If I see a pimple, like, it's like darted eyes being like, it got to go, and I have to pick it. But not only that, I am an obsession of watching YouTube pimple popping videos. I watch them like crazy, and one of my habits too for that is I actually almost watch it every single night before bed, and it calms me down, weirdly enough, and it relaxes me altogether. Like, I feel like I should have been a dermatologist. Like, I know so much, I don't want to say everything, but I know a crazy amount of picking pimples, types of pimple, how to avoid them, how to get them, everything. Like, I feel like I should be a dermatologist. I would be amazing at this. I watch it like crazy. I love it. It calms me down. I know a lot of people think it's really gross, but you know, to each its own. It really, like, just try it one time. When you're like really just like crazy, like anxious, just watch it and it actually relaxes you. Like, I have crazy anxiety, yes, and for some reason that actually brings down my anxiety, and it's crazy. I don't even know how to say, like, just thinking about it, I want to watch a video and I want to pick pimples. Like, I have, like, okay, the worst thing though is I have a lot of scarring on my face. I try to cover it up with makeup and stuff, and just on my arms and everything, because I pick so much. And the worst thing is sometimes there's nothing there, and it could be like just a dot, or you know, when, for example, girls, when your hair is growing back, you can see like a little black dot. For me, it's something like, oh my god, there's something on my body, I must get rid of it. So I will pick it and pick it and pick it until it bleeds, and it's still bleeding and I'm still going, assuming that something's in it. I know that's a habit, but I feel like that might be like a psychological problem too, so that's something I need to work out with my psychologist, but that might be a psychological problem as well. But anyway, moving on from that one, my next habit is I never drink the last sip of anything. I don't know why I get grossed out at the end of a drink. So, for example, like, there's always like this, there's always something little left. I don't actually finish it. Sometimes it's more. So when I'm drinking, it's not like I sit there and shake it. I just know when to stop. And everybody's always like, people are like, oh, you're throwing away stuff, like, have another sip. I'm like, no. Like, sometimes, for example, my empty Gatorade, sometimes it will be even more than that, and I'm like, I don't know why I get grossed out. It's for anything, like water, drinking out of a glass, any of that kind of stuff. I've been doing that for as long as I know. It's just something that grosses me out. I don't really know how to explain it, but even if I'm enjoying a drink, like, I have an obsession with iced tea. I'm drinking it, finishing it, and like, I just stop. And everybody's like, you're done. I'm like, no, like, it's literally, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It just happens. Like, I don't sit there shaking all the time. When I'm drinking and I'm so thirsty, it's going and going, like, I'm dying of thirst, I just stop. And like, even if I'm still thirsty, I have to start a new one. Like, I just know when to stop. Even if it's like from a bottle to a can, I know each section, I know when to stop drinking. It's crazy. But I need to stop doing that because it's kind of strange, and I really need to tell myself that there is nothing actually wrong with it. It's just a psychological problem. I don't know if I got traumatized when I was younger drinking the last sip or something, but there's nothing there. And sometimes, I don't know why, I just feel like maybe there's something at the bottom of the drink, like, that's not good. Oh my god, I just burped. But nothing. I have no idea. The next thing is, I do not like eating from other people's stuff. I'm not saying I'm a germaphobe or anything. Okay, I am, just a little bit. But I do not like eating from other people's stuff. I'm not saying I'm a germaphobe or anything. 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 I'm not saying to be honest. But for example, if I'm eating a bag of chips, like a little bag of chips or whatever, and I just open it and somebody wants like a chip, I'm always like hesitant. I'm like, no. But sometimes I don't know what to do and I'm just like quietly like show them the bag. They take a chip and like just have the rest. Like, I do that all the time. Like, okay, for example, I'm gonna say not my boyfriend, because my boyfriend, I guess it's a different feel. Like, I'm okay with it. Sometimes I get grossed out sharing things with him, but like you get used to it, right? But even with my parents, I will not drink from their cup. I will not drink from their cup. I will not eat from their fork. I do not like sharing forks, drinking from other people's cups, letting other people touch my food. If you touch my food, like, this is why I don't go out to eat, guys. Like, this is seriously why I always stay home. When somebody is touching something off my food, like, even if it's like something's falling off and someone's like, oh, it's fall, I'm like, done. It's okay. As long as you're wearing gloves, I'm happy with that. You must be wearing gloves. And I know people are like, well, if you go to a nice restaurant or many restaurants, a lot of cooks are not wearing gloves. I don't go out, guys. I really don't go out. And if I do, I make sure they're wearing gloves. And sometimes I'm one of those people who's like, it's really bad. I'll be like, can they change their gloves? Or can they wear gloves? Like, this is why. Like, I am the weirdest person. I rather have my own food. So I had a friend who wanted candy. I had like Skittles. I love Skittles. And she wanted one, right? And I don't mind if I pour you one, that's fine. But she literally just put her finger in it and pulled one out. And I was like, here, I don't want any more. I'm like, I'm really full. Are you sure? Are you sure? No, I'm not sure, but you just contaminated all my food. Like, it's psychotic. It's a weird habit. I really need to break it. But I can't. Like, I can't. And aside from that as well, is I have a weird obsession with smelling my fork and my plate and my cup. So usually before I eat, I will inspect my plate to make sure it's perfectly clean. And if I'm drinking from a glass and I smell something that does not smell like soap, it got to go. Like, I cannot use it. So even if I go out to eat, I inspect my fork and I usually clean it. So I'll like, I don't want to say I'm a germaphobe, but it's just, even if it's my own dishes, I have to check. And, like, yes, I wash my own dishes and something, and sometimes I still live with my mom at the moment, but she'll wash dishes too. And if there's, like, a little dirt on the plate, instead of me, like, going to wash it again, I have to, like, soak it. Like, it got to soak until it's, like, clean. I like to see that sparkle, okay? I know when it's clean. This is why I don't like dishwashers, because dishwashers do not get your cutlery, your plates, your spoons perfectly clean. You got to scrub with the soap and the hot water, okay? It's like, preach it. So the next thing that leads also into that, I have it all written down. Of course I do. Okay, next thing, food. Same topic, clean food, everything. If everything has an expiry date, I am obsessed with checking expiry dates. If it is 2 days to a day almost expired, like, for example, expires today and 2 days ago I noticed that it's going to expire in 2 days, I will not eat the food. No. It's almost an expiry date. It could be expired. They could have misprinted the expiry date. So I cannot eat it. For bread, for example. Sometimes bread, you look at the bread, you have it in your fridge. I don't know, I keep my bread in my fridge. It has an expiry date, and for example, you look at it and it says it expired, but there's no mold, and some people probably still eat it, right? And I was with my mom, and she's like, it's okay, the bread's fine, it's in the fridge, it expired, it's like it's expired today, for example. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's expired. There's nothing wrong with bread, like, it's perfectly. I just threw the whole loaf out. I was like, oh. My mom's looking at me, my mom's just like, what the hell is wrong with you? If it's expired, I will not eat it, even if it's perfectly fine. 2 days, before 2 days, like the expiry date, I'm very particular. I don't know if it's like a fear of getting sick or some disease or something, but I am very particular of what I eat as an expired or when it's expired. I must check the date. If I'm buying something and it expires, you know, you buy things and it's like expires in like 14 days and you're like, what the hell? Like, looking for the product that expires in a few months. I won't buy it. No. It must expire months from now, if not like year from now, which is impossible. I mean, like the canned stuff or the dried stuff. But food wise, like meat wise, it must, or meat or cheese or whatever, if I'm eating it, it has to be expired a long time before I buy it. Freezing it, I'm okay with. But even if it's, like, I buy hot dogs for, like, my boyfriend, right? And if it's expired, I'm like, tossed. You're not eating that. You're gonna get sick. Like, it's fine. But psychologically, like, for me, it's like a mental thing. It can't be eaten. Another thing, I think I've said this in my last video or 2 videos ago or whatever, the idea of wearing clothes. So I hate wearing clothes. It is a weird obsession of mine. I can't stand clothes. The moment I get through the door in my house, it's like naked. I don't understand. Like, I'll wear a robe just to, like, cover up my assets, but, like, I hate clothes. If I did not have to wear clothes, I would not wear clothes. I try to limit the amount of clothes I wear. When I'm home, it's like my parents, like, put on some clothes, like my mom or whatever. And my boyfriend is like, well, like, okay. But, I can't stand wearing clothes. I don't understand. I think it's the idea of being confined or, like, weighed down by something. I like the idea of being free. Like, I'm not saying my body is perfect and I just love how I look naked. It's not even anything like that. It's just the fact that I like the idea of feeling free. I like the idea of not having to be weighed down by something. And it's just a good feeling. And I know people are like, what the hell? Like, no. Just try it. Just, like, if you're home alone one day, just walk in your house naked. Okay, make sure your blinds are closed, though. Big thing. Just walking in your house naked. And you'll feel so good, relaxed, free. It's a really good feeling. I get, like, okay, so when you and my boyfriend order food, I'm, like, not, like, I'm just, like, maybe in, like, shorts, no top, or I'm in a bra and underwear, and that's it. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna answer the door, food's here. He's like, what the hell? Like, I'm just so, like, whatever. I'm like, I don't care. Like, this is my house. Like, but so I love the habit. I feel like it's really, really good. Another thing is, I like to do with the clothing. I only wear my clothes once. So, for example, where I live, I have a convenience store about, like, a 3-minute walk away. So I'll get dressed, and the moment I get home, laundry. Like, for example, I'm just wearing this top right now just to make this video. I'm not wearing this top again until it's washed. Like, I know it's ridiculous. Some people, like, go to the convenience store or whatever, go to Shoppers, like, really, like, from there to there. And I'm like, no, it must go in the wash immediately. I think that goes into the germ problem again. But I can only wear clothes once. Even if it's for 2 seconds, a minute, whatever. Pajamas, if I wear pajamas to bed, it's a one-time thing. Okay? So, like, I can't do it. I get so grossed out, and that's a really bad problem because I do my laundries on Sundays, and it's like loads and loads and loads of laundry, and it's really bad. My parents get annoyed with it because how much laundry I do, but it's just the thing, like, I cannot do that. I cannot wear things twice. I cannot, even a sweater. If I'm wearing a shirt, and then I'm wearing, like, a pullover sweater, a zip-over sweater, and the sweater actually has not been on my skin due to the fact that there is a shirt underneath, I can't wear it again. It doesn't matter. If it was on me, it is once. It is very bad, I know, but it's just how I've always been like that. And I feel like as I've gotten older, it has become even worse to the point that I'm around the house and I'm wearing a shirt and then it's gotta go by the end of the day. I don't really know how to stop it. Like, I've tried to, like, mentally talk to myself about it, and I've tried to, like, put on the clothes again, for example, and, like, I get very anxious and very uncomfortable, and I start to get, like, in a panic mode when I do it, and I don't know if it's, like, maybe, like, a history thing from younger days, but I really just can't do it. It's frustrating and annoying because to the fact that I have so much clothes because of that. Like, I have a lot of tights. I have a lot of pants. I have a lot of shirts. And the worst thing is I have pants that I have, like, 7 of the same pants, but in different colors or a different style. Or they're all, okay, colors, I mean, like, I only have white, gray, black, and dark blue. That's my wardrobe. But, and, like, I have these random tops that are white. Or, like, off-white. But I have the same pants, literally all gray, but they might be the same, different style. Like one might have a line, one might be solid gray, one might have like a tint of another color. Just in case I like those pants, but I can only wear it once, I could wear it the next day if I wanted to wear it again, but a different pants. Very crazy, very weird. But with me moving and everything, it's a lot of clothes to pack, and people are like, you need to like get rid of some stuff. But it's like, but I need these amount of clothes 7 days in a week. How many times I change? Even if I'm going out so many places, I have to change again. Like, I just feel gross. Especially the fact that I take the subway, I think that doesn't help. I also feel even worse than that because the subway is so dirty. I can't. Like, oh, like it's just, it grosses me entirely out. Another thing is, a weird habit is creaming. I have an obsession with creaming my body, but most importantly, my feet and my hands. My calves in the litter box, guys. Can you hear that? It's so gross. Every night, like literally every single night before bed, I have to cream my feet. Like every single night. If I do not cream my feet, I go into a panic mode and I become very anxious and uncomfortable. So if my hands get dry, I carry cream with me everywhere I go. Cream, hand sanitizer, napkins, all of that. But when my hands get dry, I have to cream them. And when I don't have cream, I gotta go buy cream. And if I cannot get to cream immediately, I will cry, but I will start like hyperventilating, and I will become like a bitch, and I will become like crazy. I would be like I can't touch you, I can't touch, like my hair, I'm like walking around like this. Like, again, I know it's a habit, but more so psychological problems. With my feet, I have to cream them. Before I put socks on, before I do anything, shoes, they need to be creamed before I go into bed. And sometimes I can cream my feet up to like 5 times a night. Like, I will go into bed, just cream my feet, lying in the bed, and I'm like, in my bed, I always like crunch my toes like this to see if they're really moisturized. If, like, with my, like, I'm not doing it with my hands, but like, I just, like, clench my toes, and I'll be like, it's not fully creamed. So, turn on the light, cream them again. Middle of the night, if I have to go to the bathroom, and I come back, my feet are dry, obviously, I just walked, and they were soaked in the bed, I gotta cream them again. It's bad. It's really bad, but I get, like, the only upside to it is my feet are really moisturized, in my hands, in my body. Like, every single time I come out of the shower, I'm getting dressed, I must cream my body. If I'm changing clothes, I must cream my body. Very soft, I will admit. But the fact that I get so, like, frugal, if that's the right word to use, or so, like diva/drama over it, it's ridiculous. But the only thing, like, I've noticed about these habits is how, like, I don't even know, I don't want to say, like, mentally messed up I could be, but it's something I need to work on. And it's good having some habits, but these habits that I'm talking about really show how somebody can just talk themselves sometimes into a certain way. I've taught myself for the plates that there is a germ on there, maybe it's not really clean, to the point that it has been embedded into my brain to every single thing I do. And it's not good, and things I need to work on. But also, these habits kind of make who I am, but they also kind of make me fall back in a way. Like, I can't do certain things with certain people because of these habits, and I can't enjoy certain things, but it's okay. Like, when I sit on the bus, for example, I must touch the seat, or I must wipe the seat. I know this is like a normal thing, but I must touch it to make sure it's not wet, and make sure it's nothing. I always look for the cleanest seat, and I don't care. Like, even if I have to stand, that's fine. I don't like touching the poles. I do not touch, you know when you have an escalator? I do not touch the sides. No, do not touch the railings, the sides, nothing. It's germs. I don't want to say I'm a germaphobe, but, like, just seeing how much diseases and things are out there, I'm afraid. The only good thing about my habits is me walking around naked. It's a good and a bad thing, because really, if I was allowed to, I'd probably go outside naked and just walk around freely. But I can't do that. This is why I need to move in a place that is so, like, if I lived in a house and I had bushes everywhere and no one could see me, I would never wear clothes. I would never, oh my god, I'm coughing. I would never leave my house because I didn't have to, like, why? But anyway, out of these weird, like, habits, I just wanted to talk to you about them And maybe if you guys have these weird habits and you're trying to find a solution for these habits and how to, I don't know, and how to overcome these habits, please leave a comment below and we'll definitely talk and try to work through them together. My goal is to maybe overcome because like I really don't want to, but I should probably try. So I should maybe overcome one of these habits. And don't get me wrong, the ones I've told you, I still have a lot more. And some of them can go really in-depth and really they can be really intense. So maybe I'll do another video about the other habits. But if anybody, yes, like I said before, anybody has any of like these kind of habits, if you could relate to me, please let me know. And we can definitely work through them together. If anybody has advice, especially with the germ situation and how to overcome it, please message me in the bottom and we can definitely figure out how can I overcome this. But for now, guys, I will love you forever. Have a great night. Have a great week. See you next Sunday. Bye.